Hey guys, welcome to this video lecture. In this video lecture, we are going to see how to connect to a remote Linux or Unix machine or Mac OS machine for that matter using a SSH client. SSH stands for Secure Shell. So there are three popular SSH clients that programmers community regularly employ in order to connect to remote machines. The first one is Putty. It is located at putty.org. The second one is Bitwise SSH client, and the third one is MobaXterm remote SSH client. So out of these, MobaXterm is the most versatile because it comes with SSH client, SFTP, that is Simple File Transfer Protocol, and it also comes with VNC and remote desktop connection. So from now onwards, I am going to use MobaXterm and all the associated utilities in order to connect to a remote machine. Now, in order to connect to a remote machine, we need two things. First thing that we have seen is a secure shell client, and the second thing is the IP address of that machine. We can obtain the IP address of any machine located within our own network from the active client table of your router or your switch. And if you don't have the access to that information, then you can actually use this command known as nmap. This command nmap comes with a utility known as zenmap, which is nothing but the GUI interface of nmap utility. Now the command specific is nmap-sn and then first three nibbles in the IP address of yours .star. So it is going to scan for the entire network for active machines that are reachable from your computer, and it is going to display their IP address, MAC address, and the name of that machine. So I have already compiled a list of all these links and saved them in a location in my GitHub repository, and I'm going to mention the exact location of that file in the description section down below for this video. So don't worry about noting down all these things. Now the fourth link that we are discussing is the homepage of the nmap utility, and I have all of these things opened in a browser window. So the first one is Putty, second one is Bitwise, but we are most interested in MobaXterm. So this is the download page, and you can go ahead for the home edition, download it, and it is going to launch an utility for installation. Once the installation is done, you can find it in the Windows search menu. Just type in MobaXterm, or you can even pin it to the taskbar the way I have done. Final one is the homepage of the Zenmap utility. It is nmap.org/zenmap, and from here you can download the GUI client for nmap utility. So the name of that GUI nmap client is Zenmap. So I'm going to open it now. So Zenmap. So it might actually require the admin privileges. So the command is nmap-sn 192.168.0.star. And now I'm going to click the scan button. It is going to launch a scan program, and it is going to probe every IP address in that particular range from 0 to 255. So this is the output. So here we can see that there are two Raspberry Pis connected to this network. Basically, it is a single machine. I have connected it via Wi-Fi as well as LAN for backup. That's why it is showing two entries for a single machine. So we can just copy an IP address like this and open the MobaXterm client. So the copied IP address is in the clipboard of this computer. So remember that. Now this is the interface of MobaXterm utility. We can launch a local command terminal like this, and it is probably going to allow us to run all the CMD commands as well as run all the PowerShell commands. So this is kind of shell for Windows. So you can even try time-tested Linux commands here, and it is going to show us all those things. So this is the specialty of this MobaXterm client, that it is not only for the remote SSH, it can also be used for your local machine. Even if it is a Windows machine, I can just type in host name, and it is going to show me the host name, or I can just say uname -a, and it is going to show me Cygwin NT desktop and GNU Linux. Basically it is a Windows computer, but still it is showing GNU Linux. I don't know why. Okay, so let me clear the screen and let me show you how to connect to a remote Linux or Unix machine or a Mac OS machine. Now just type in SSH, the name of the user, @ and the IP address, and hit enter. It is going to prompt you for the password like this. The password for this is root. So this is my local configuration. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 with 4 GB RAM, and it has got Debian installed on it. Not the Raspberry Pi OS, but the pure Debian, meant for Raspberry Pi 4. So I can just say uname -a here, and it is going to show me that this is the Debian 5.10.70-1. And here we have the date on which it was installed on this system. So this is how we can connect to a remote computer through Secure Shell. Now this MobiX client has got various facilities. So if you go to this session, here you can launch a remote SSH session, remote telnet session, remote RSS session, I don't know what it is, and XDMCP. It seems like some sort of GUI related service. Then RDP, that is remote desktop connection. If you have got RDP server installed, which I don't have here in this Debian setup, and if you have VNC server installed, then it is going to allow you to access remotely the desktop of the target system. We can even have FTP, that is file transfer protocol, SFTP session, and serial connection. And it is going to launch a local file also from the remote. Then the shell, it is a local shell thing. It is going to start a browser. It has got an embedded browser, it seems. Oh, this is the embedded browser, good. And it has also got MOSH WSL. WSL stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux, and AWS S3. So I think it is related to Amazon Web Services. So it has actually got all these facilities. So in your free time, you can go ahead and explore all these options. Now I'm going to show you another important thing. If you want to access any GUI utility of your target machine without remotely invoking its desktop through remote desktop connection or through VMC clients, you have to use X11 forwarding. So for using X11 forwarding, we need to have an active X server program running on the Windows machine. The beauty of this MobiXterm client is that it has got an embedded X server, which you can see here in the top right corner. So if you click it, it is going to throw an error message saying, are you sure you want to stop the X server and its running clients? Just say no, because you want to access it. Now we know that we can invoke ideally, and if I hit enter, it is going to launch ideally on this remote machine, and we will have the access of the ideally running in that Raspberry Pi here on our desktop. So this program, this ideally shell 3.9.2 is not running on my local computer. It is running on the Raspberry Pi. So let me close it. We can even run console utility. So console is another command line utility like terminal. It's a terminal emulator for KDE desktop. So this is how we can invoke any GUI utility of your target machine without actually getting into any sort of remote desktop or VNC session. So this comes actually very handy, because if you are remotely developing any GUI application on a target Linux or Unix system, you really do not have to have an additional monitor to log in and see the output. You can just directly launch that utility on your target machine, and here you can see it. So this is how we can remotely connect to a machine, and we can remotely launch the GUI utilities and access those utilities from a Windows machine. So I hope that you have understood the concepts that I tried to explain in this video lecture. Thanks a lot for watching this video lecture. Do let me know if you have any questions, queries, or comments about this video lecture. And do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting and educational videos like these in the future. You really do not want to miss them. So thanks a lot very much, and I will see you next time.